Objective questions, French Revolution, Class 9, History, Chapter 1. On which of the following day did storming of the Bastille occur? A. 14th July 1789. Option B. 14th July 1798. Option C. 14th June 1789. Option D. 14th June 1798. Answer. Option A. 14th July 1789. Question 2. What did Bastille symbolize? Option A. Benevolence of the king. Option B. Despotic power of the king. Option C. Armed fight of France. Option D. Prestige and power. Answer. B. Despotic power of the king. Question 3. 18th century French society was divided into Option A. Castes. Option B. 4 estates. Option C. 3 estates. And Option D. 2 estates. Answer. Option C. 3 estates. Question 4. Which of the following constituted the privileged class? Option A. Clergy and peasants. Option B. Peasants and nobility. Option C. First and third estate. Option D. Clergy and nobility. Option D. Clergy and nobility. Question 5. The most important of the privileges enjoyed by the clergy and the nobility. Option A. Right to collect dues. Option B. Ownership of land. Option C. Participate in wars. Option D. Exemption from taxes to the state. Answer. Option D. Exemption from taxes to the state. Question 6. Which of the following believed social position must depend on merit? Option A. Middle class. Option B. Nobility. Option C. Workers. Option D. Peasants. Answer. Option A. Middle class. Question 7. Society based on freedom, equal laws and opportunities was advocated by Option A. Middle class and people of the third estate. Option B. Clergy and nobility. Option C. Philosophers such as John Locke and Rousseau. Option D. Englishmen Georges Danton and Arthur Young. Answer. Option C. Philosophers such as John Locke and Rousseau. Question 8. Which of the following refuted the doctrine of divine and absolute right? Option A. John Locke. Option B. Rousseau. Option C. Montesquieu. Option B. Voltaire. Answer. Option A. John Locke. Question 9. Who advocated government based on social contract? Option A. Darwin. Option B. Spencer. Option C. Rousseau. Option D. Montesquieu. Answer. Option C. Rousseau. Question 10. Division of power within the government was put forth in Option A. 2 treatises of government. Option B. The spirit of the laws. Option C. What is the third estate? Option D. The social contract. Answer. Option B. The spirit of the laws. Question 11. Who was the king of France at the time of the revolution? Option A. Louis XIV. Option B. Louis XVI. Option C. Marie Antoinette. Option D. Nicolas. Answer. Option B. Louis XVI. Question 12. Political body of France. Option A. Duma. Option B. Reichstag. Option C. Lok Sabha. Option D. Estates General. Answer. Option D. Estates General. Question 13. Voting in the Estates General was conducted on the principle of each member one vote. Option B. Male adult franchise. Option C. Universal adult franchise. Option D. Estates General. Answer. Option D. Estates General. Question 14. The Estates General was last convened in Option A 1604, option B 1614, option C 1416, option D 1641. Answer option B 1614. Question 15. Where did the Third Estate form and announce the National Assembly? Option A Indoor Tennis Court, option B Hall of Mirrors, option C Firoz Shah Ground, option D Winter Palace. Answer option A Indoor Tennis Court. Question 16. Members of the Third Estate were led by option A Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette, option B Lenin and Kerensky, option C Mirabeau and Abbassides, option D Rousseau and Voltaire. Answer option C Mirabeau and Abbassides. Question. Which of the following was the main objective of the Constitution of 1791? Option A to limit the powers of the monarch, option B do away with feudal privileges, option C give equal rights to women, option D establish an absolute monarchy. Answer option D establish a constitutional monarchy. Question 18. A broken chain symbolized option A chains used to fetter slaves, option B strength lies in unity, option C royal power, option D act of becoming free. Answer option D act of becoming free. Question 19. The winged woman personified. Option A national colors of France, option B act of becoming free, option C personification of love, option D rays of the sun will drive away the clouds of ignorance. Answer option C personification of law. Question 20. Bundle of rods or faces symbolized. Option A royal power, option B equality before law, option C law is the same for all, option D strength lies in unity. Answer option D strength lies in unity. Question 21. Which of the following symbolized eternity? Option A scepter, option B eye within a triangle radiating light, option C the law tablet, option D snake biting its tail to form a ring. Answer option D snake biting its tail to form a ring. Question 22. Which of the following were the national colors of France during the French Revolution? Option A blue green yellow, option B red green blue, option C blue white red, option D red white yellow. Answer blue white red. Question 23. National Anthem of France. Option A Vande Mataram, option B Roget de l'Isle, option C Les Moniture Universal, option D Marseillaise. Answer option D Marseillaise. Question 24. Members of the Jacobin Club were known as. Option A Conservatives, option B Revolutionaries, option C Terrorists, option D San Clotos. Answer option D San Clotos. Question 25. France on 21st September 1792 was declared a. Option A Socialist State, option B Democracy, option C Communist State, option D Republic. Answer option D Republic. Question 26. Which of the following was a factor in the rise of Napoleon? Option A Fall of the Jacobin government, option B Robespierre's Reign of Terror, option C Political instability of the Directory, option D Nationalist forces. Answer option C Political instability of the Directory. Question 27. French Revolution proved to be established. Option A Democracy, option B Socialism and Nationalism, Option C, republicanism. Option D, liberty, freedom and equality. Answer option D, liberty, freedom and equality. Question 28. In the context of France, the volunteers from Marseille sang the Marseillaise, a patriotic song, when they marched into Paris. Who composed this song? Option A, Maximilien Robespierre. Option B, Marie Antoinette. Option C, Roger de l'Isle. Option D, Mirabeau. Answer option C, Roger de l'Isle. Question 29. What did the red cap worn by Sans Clotos in France symbolize? Option A, liberty. Option B, brotherhood. Option C, love. Option D, equality. Answer option A, liberty. Question 30. Which of the following refers to the political body representing the three estates of pre-revolutionary France? Option A, Parliament of France. Option B, National Assembly. Option C, Estates General. Option D, Estates Committee. Answer option C, Estates General. Question 31. The word guillotine during French Revolution era refers to? Option A, beheading a person. Option B, awarding a person. Option C, taxing a person. Option D, threatening a person. Answer option A, beheading a person. Question 32. The French Revolution took place on? Option A, July 14, 1789. Option B, July 14, 1788. Option C, July 14, 1786. Option D, July 14, 1785. Answer option A, July 14, 1789. Question 33. On what charges was Louis XVI guillotined? Option A, cruelty. Option B, treason. Option C, absolute rule. Option D, misgovernance. Answer option B, treason. Question 34. The tax called tithe was collected from French peasants by? Option A, the church. Option B, the emperor. Option C, the nobles. Option D, chief of the army. Answer option A, the church. Question 35. Why was the subsistence crisis caused in France? Option A, the wages of the people were lost. Option B, there was widespread unemployment. Option C, increase in population led to rapid increase in the demand of food grains. Option D, the government imposed various taxes. Answer option C, increase in population led to rapid increase in the demand of food grains. Question 36. The Bastille was hated by all in France because? Option A, it stood for the despotic power of the king. Option B, it was a fortress prison. Option C, prison in charge tortured the inmates. Option D, it housed criminals. Answer option A, it stood for the despotic power of the king. Question 37. Society of Estates was part of the? Option A, despotic power of the king. Option B, feudal system. Option C, National Assembly. Option D, 18th century. Answer option D, feudal system. Question 38. Dash was the influential pamphlet written by Abbé Sieyès. Option A, who are the clergies? Option B, what is a republic? Option C, what is the third estate? Option D, what is the National Assembly? Answer, what is the third estate? Question 39. The Constitution began with the? Option A, constitutional amendments. Option B, Declaration of the Rights of Men and Citizens. Option C, Preamble. Option D, Democratic Rights. Answer B, Declaration of the Rights of Men and Citizens. Question 40. Whose name was associated with the Reign of Terror? Option A, Napoleon Bonaparte. Option B, Mirabeau. Option C, Robespierre. Option D, Louis XVI. Answer option C, Robespierre. Question 41. When was slavery abolished in France and its territory? Option A 1884, option B 1448, option C 1848, option D 1858. Answer option C 1848. Question 42. Who are active citizens? Option A, they were entitled to vote. Option B, they were not entitled to vote. Option C, they were entitled to protest. Option D, they were entitled to accumulate wealth. Answer option A, they were entitled to vote. Question 43. Which right was given to the French women in 1946? Option A, right to hold political offices. Option B, right to get education. Option C, right to divorce. Option D, right to vote. Answer option D, right to vote. Question 44. Which among the following was not introduced by Napoleon Bonaparte? Option A, a uniform system of weight and measures. Option B, a law for the protection of private property. Option C, decimal system. And option D, slavery. Answer option D, slavery. Question 45. The revolutionary journalist Dash commented in his newspaper on the constitution drafted by the National Assembly. Option A, Jean-Paul II. Option B, Jean-Paul Marat. Option C, Nicholas I. Option D, John Locke. Answer option B, Jean-Paul Marat. Question 46. Dash was a famous women revolutionary in France in 18th century. Option A, Abbassies. Option B, Madeleine Malt. Option C, Olympe de Gouges. And option D, Meltzer van Gogh. Answer option C, Olympe de Gouges. Question 47. When did the triangular slave trade begin? Option A, 17th century. Option B, early 18th century. Option C, 18th and early 19th century. Option D, 20th century. Answer option A, 17th century. Question 48. Who reintroduced slavery in France in 1804? Option A, Louis XVI. Option B, Maximilien Robespierre. Option C, Plato. Option D, Napoleon. Answer option D, Napoleon. Question 49. During the Jacobin regime, the triangular slave trade in the French colonies was between option A, Europe, Asia and America. Option B, Africa, France and Mexico. Option C, Europe, Africa and America. Option D, Asia, France and Kansas. Answer option C, Europe, Africa and America. Question 50. The unit of currency in France until 1794 was the option A, tithe. Option B, livre. Option C, dime. Option D, franc. Answer option B, livre. Question 51. When Louis XVI ascended the throne of France? Option A, 1773. Option B, 1774. Option C, 1775. Option D, 1776. Answer option B, 1774. Question 52. What did the term old regime mean? Option A, history of France before 1789 AD. Option B, administration of France before 1789 AD. Option C, society and institutions of France before 1789 AD. Option D, none of the above. Answer option C, society and institutions of France before 1789 AD. Question 53. When did Louis XVI call an assembly of Estates General to pass a proposals for new taxes? Option A, 14th July 1789. Option B, 5th May 1789. Option C, 20th June 1789. Option D, 4th June 1789. Answer option B, 5th May 1789. Question 54. The word tile stands for. Option A, it is a tax paid directly to the state by the third estate. Option B, it is a tax paid directly to the church by the third estate. Option C, it is a tax paid directly to the state by the nobility. Option D, it is a tax paid directly to the state by the third clergy. Answer option A, it is a tax paid directly to the state by the third estate. Question 55. The French Constitution of 1791 reduced women to dash citizens. Option A, active citizens. Option B, middle class citizens. Option C, passive citizens. Option D, bourgeois. Answer option C, passive citizens. Question 56. During Robespierre's rule in France, all French men and women were called as dash instead of the traditional monsieur and madame. Option A, patrie. Option D, d'égalité. Option C, citoyen and citoyenne. Option D, citizen. Answer option C, citoyen and citoyenne. Question 57. When was Louis XVI executed? Option A, 1791. Option B, 1792. Option C, 1793. Option D, 1794. Answer option C, 1793. Question 58. In 1794, Dash, the dominant leader of Jacobins, was convicted in France by a court, arrested and sent to the guillotine. Option A, Camille Desmoulins. Option B, Dr. Guillotine. Option C, Roger de l'Isle. Option D, Maximilien Robespierre. Answer option D, Maximilien Robespierre. Question 59. When did France become a constitutional monarchy? Option A, 1789. Option B, 1774. Option C, 1791. Option D, 1804. Answer option C, 1791. Question 60. When did Napoleon crown himself as the Emperor of France? Option A, 1789. Option B, 1804. Option C, 1848. Option D, 1946. Answer option B, 1804. Question 61. The Reign of Terror in France is the period between. Option A, 1791 and 1792. Option B, 1792 and 1793. Option C, 1793 and 1794. Option D, 1794 and 1795. Answer option C, 1793 and 1794. Question 62. French merchants bought slaves from local chieftains from Africa and sold them to the option A, king. Option B, army. Option C, plantation owners. Option D, industrialist. Answer option C, plantation owners. Question 63. Who were denied entry into the hall in Versailles in 1781 for the assembly of the Estates General? Option A, nobles. Option B, peasants, artisans and women. Option C, court officials. Option D, kings. Answer option B, peasants, artisans and women. Question 64. When was Napoleon defeated? Option A, 1804. Option B, 1815. Option C, 1848. Option D, 1895. Answer option B, 1815. Question 65. Which of these were not introduced in France by Napoleon? Option A, uniform system of measurement. Option B, decimal system. Option C, universal suffrage. Option D, right to poverty. Answer option C, universal suffrage. Question 66. Who wrote the pamphlet What is the Third Estate? Option A, Plato. Option B, Maximilien Robespierre. Option C, Louis XVI. Option D, Abbassies. Answer option D, Abbassies. Question 67. Emancipation means the act of. Option A, bonding. Option B, trading. Option C, freeing. Option D, carrying and deportation. Answer option C, freeing. Question 68. Louis XVI was married to Option A, Josephine Beauharnais. Option B, Madame Bovary. Option C, Maria Antoinette. Option D, Mary Antoinette. Answer option D, Mary Antoinette. Question 69. The dash estate was a privileged class containing the nobility. Option A, first. Option B, second. Option C, third. Option D, fourth. Answer option B, second. Question 70. The dash estate was a privileged class containing high-ranking members of the church. Option A, first. Option B, second. Option C, third. Option D, fourth. Answer option A, first. Question 71. Who wrote Declaration of the Rights of Women and Citizen? Option A, Fine Roland. Option B, Josephine Beauharnais. Option C, Mary Antoinette. Option D, Olympe de Gaulle. Answer option D, Olympe de Gaulle. Question 72. Louis XVI and Mary Antoinette were executed by Option A, axe. Option B, guillotine. Option C, firing squad. Option D, lethal injection. Answer option B, guillotine. Question 73. The dash estate was an unprivileged class containing the bulk of the population. Option A, first. Option B, second. Option C, third. Option D, fourth. Answer option C, third. Question 74. Which of the following is not true about divine right theory? Option A, God wants people to question their leaders. Option B, no one can question someone put in power by God. Option C, power is given by God. Option D, questioning the monarchy is blasphemy. Answer option A, God wants two people to question their leaders. Question 75. When news of Louis XVI's plan to use military force against the National Assembly reached Paris on July 14, 1789, Parisians stormed the Option A, Bastille. Option B, Eiffel Tower. Option C, Tuileries Palace. Option D, Versailles Palace. Answer option A, Bastille. Thank you.